Welcome to Locker Code, where football is not just fantasy, but our reality, where you can express your excitement, your tensions, or even frustrations about the games, your team, your league, and performances of players. Let's go! Yo, welcome back, y'all boys. Man, it's playoffs.
Yes.
Real
playoff.
Yeah, man.
I'm actually looking forward to all these games, all 6 games. Looking forward to it.
I was actually a little sad because I'm like, yo, fantasy went by so quick.
So quick.
Yeah,
so quick.
Man.
I remember when we couldn't wait for football, and now we have to wait for football again. So I'm like, yo, I think it was like 2 days ago. I'm like, I feel kind of effed up.
Yeah, like the season ended real quick.
The season ended real quick.
Hey, it's gonna come back around.
Even with COVID.
You know, in no time you're gonna hear about the draft. In no time you're gonna hear about free agency and all that stuff. And we're gonna
go through that.
And this is where our knowledge is gonna come into play. You know what I mean? Our fantasy knowledge. You know, our rankings and all that stuff. When we have to do
anxiety though. Like you go through that months of anxiety, like waiting and waiting for it to come. And
the most excited part of fantasy season to me is the draft, bro. Like that's one of the. I love the draft. I love leading up to the draft too. Like you know what I mean. All the drafts that I have to do and all that stuff. So, I'm not talking about football draft. I'm talking about fantasy draft. I look forward to fantasy football drafts every year, man. But hey, man, it's coming again. In no time, it's gonna be here again. We're talking about the whole NFL draft. We're talking about free agency. We're talking about all the moves and all that good stuff. And we're starting to get excited again.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that, we're completely deflated because we have a great show for you guys tonight.
Yeah. Crazy show.
Really good show.
Crazy show, man. But, y'all saw what happened today, man? Like, I know everybody had the news on, right?
Yeah. I was kind of glued to it.
Yeah. I was actually shocked. I hit you up. It was funny. Because I hit PJ up. I was like, yo, something's wrong with my TV, bro. And I was like, something's wrong with my TV. My glare's off, yo. So, and then he was like, yo, what you watch? I'm like, I'm on CNN. And then he ended up putting it on CNN. And he's like, nah, everything's cool. And then literally 15 minutes later, it was just going crazy at the Capitol.
Yeah,
man, it felt like a movie. You ever one of those movies what is it?
You know what's funny?
London going down. Or
yeah. Like the Eagle of Land, some crap
Eagles
like that.
London,
I was talking to Brian right after that. Shout out to Brian. And I was saying, because we always talk about bets and stuff. And I'm like, if someone said to me this would be happening in America, I would bet them any amount of money that this would never happen.
No way. Right?
And the stuff that was happening, the photos,
eye-opening.
The boldness, the foot on tables, writing to senators and House speakers,
at their desk chilling, feet on the table,
breaking glasses.
Coming in with AK-47s is like,
military outfits.
I'm like, what is up? What's going on, yo?
Hey, man.
I was shocked.
I felt like this was like not just a movie, but like a third world country.
Hey, did you guys see anybody in cuffs?
No one was in cuffs.
No, nobody was in cuffs.
No one.
I was wondering if it was something wrong.
They were actually,
I thought something was wrong with my TV.
Cops was taking selfies.
Yeah, I thought there was something wrong with my TV because I was like, wait, ain't nobody getting arrested?
Nobody
getting arrested.
What was the issue to me was that when they started, kind of slowly nudging people to go back down the stairs, I seen cops holding people's hands to help them go down the stairs. I'm like, yo, they came up here. They can get back down.
Listen, it was not a riot. It was a protest.
It was a protest. You know what's funny though? When
you can call it whatever
I watched CNN that they were like, people of the cabinet and Congress people are telling the president to send out a tweet, send out a memo to tell him to stop. And dude is like, he ain't about to do it.
And the one that he did,
and
the thing that he sent out, y'all saw the one that he sent out.
Yeah.
I looked at that bad boy and was like, huh.
You talking about what he sent out on Twitter or when
he sent out a little video.
And his video.
Video was dope.
I was like, his video. I was like,
this is what happened, guys. When you
wait,
cheat,
so you're not gonna clear it like you cleared the church?
No.
No, we gonna let this.
That's the Capitol, though.
Yeah, we'll let them do what they do.
Against us, it was a church. Like
I wouldn't even be surprised if they actually burned that joint down,
bro.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
In all honesty, though, man,
they found pipe bombs
inside of there.
Yeah, inside of there.
They were really gonna get that thing done.
He enticed this the entire time leading up to this. Yep. Like he gave a speech before talking about we need to show strength, and he prepped them up.
He prepped them up. Yeah,
it's like a prep rally for a major.
He said,
football
"Walk down the Capitol." Walk down to the Capitol.
Yeah.
So,
like, my dude, if that was listen, the other countries got to be looking at us like we're crazy.
Oh, no, there were. I saw a lot of tweets from country leaders and stuff like that. One had a poem that I thought was funny. The United States rioted against the United States to capture the United States Capitol and I was like, wow. I wonder if the United States is going to go ahead and arrest the people from the United States. And I was like, wow, that is actually like pretty dope.
I mean, listen, Black Lives Matter was a terrorist organization. Do you think he's ever going to say that this was a terrorist organization? Or do you think he's going to be like, these were good people?
You have too much faith. Too much faith, my dude.
My bad. Too much faith right there.
Right
my
there.
bad. Yeah.
Too much faith.
Yo, so we got NFL. How was the weekend, bro? Before we even get into news, man, how was your boys' weekend?
Weekend was good, man. Weekend was good for me. On Friday, I do what I do. I did. Cooking? Yeah, did some grilling and all that, some cooking and all that stuff. Shrimp, huh? It was kind of like my friends appreciation, family appreciation kind of day. People came through, chill for a bit, play a couple of games and all that stuff, drink and, listen to some music and all that good stuff.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. You got about 6 more times before I become a Presbyterian, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Yo, I made a crab boil and sent it to that dude.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he
Remember
did.
I said I dropped it in the group chat, yo.
You got 6 more times.
With the lobsters and everything like that.
The shrimp was dope this weekend, too.
You got 6 more.
Shrimp was bomb.
That's all I got. You got 6 more times, bro.
Hey, I'll have your first dish waiting for you, man. I'm gonna do it all too. Like I'm gonna make sure you.
Yo, I'm telling you, I might have to
make sure you're ready for that bad boy, man. What about you, PJ? What do you do?
I actually partied all weekend.
What's new?
You've been partying for like 3 weeks, bro.
Since your birthday, bro. Since your birthday, you've been going hard.
You've been partying for
You've been going hard since your birthday.
I have been. Sunday, I was like, yo, I need to chill out. Like, I actually felt disgusted of partying.
Yeah, it gets expensive.
It gets to you.
Not even that. It was just like it got because like we like to party. Yeah. So I felt like I need to like chill out. Like I was like I don't want to hear any more music. I don't want to go to any more and that's hard for me to say because that's what I like to do. Mm-hmm. But it's like when you did something too much and you're just like disgusted of it. I felt disgusted for now.
It's gonna get to a point where you're kind of seeing the same people everywhere you go.
Yeah,
that's already happened. That's kind of annoying too.
Yeah, that's the annoying part. Yeah, that's what I hate the most. No matter where you go, you see
the
people.
Same people.
Yeah, so
there's a group of people that parties. There's a group of people that don't party. Then there's a group of people that only come out on special occasions.
Right. Yeah.
How was the New Year's though, man? I see y'all boys ain't y'all talked about Friday. Well, yeah, you were cooking on New Year's. That's what you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I chill with the fam. Chill with the kids. We just hang out. I did the crab boil. Everybody had a feast. We had some sparkling wine to for the kids and all that stuff.
So what you had?
Oh, I actually drank the sparkling wine.
Why?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. The white.
You ain't put nothing in it?
Nothing. I actually just drank the sparkling wine when I'm ringing in the New Year's. Before and after, it's two different things.
Sometimes his liver does need a break.
Yeah, I mean that 1 year, that 30 minutes at the end of the year, right?
But that's the moment you would expect me to drink the most.
He has a really dope bar, by the way, people. A really dope bar.
Yeah, man.
Got some expensive stuff in there.
Literally a bar.
No.
Man. We was cool, man. I actually dropped that soup jumu on that, boys. Yeah,
Bruh. All right. Remember I asked you what that was, right? Yeah, a couple of shows ago, and you told me about it and what it is. And for some reason, dude, everywhere I go after you told me, I saw people posting on TikTok, posting on IG, posting on Twiter, their version. And I'm like, this thing is like mad popular. Yo, shout out to the Haitian culture, man. Like, everybody had that thing on lock. Like,
on lock.
I sent you a video of that.
Yeah, jokes it up.
Dude.
That's what happens, bro.
I was like, this thing is like A real tradition here, yo.
Suju had you looking like you were Homelander. All the strength in the world for 2021, my dude.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
So we chill with family and all that, man. It was chill with mother-in-law and shit and stuff.
Hey, tell us how you really feel about it.
Yo, so it was cool, man. It was chilling, man, with the kids and everything like that, man. The kids had a ball, so but then we just trying to chill for the weekend, man. It was kind of a dope weekend, other than Dolphins situation, but other than that, it was a dope weekend, bro.
So when you gonna hang out with us?
Thank you for ruining my mood, bro.
Well, last time I was like, yo, let's hang out. Everybody was good. Everybody said okay. And then all of a sudden, my boy never hit me up. I don't want to put no names out there, but the dude on the end with the gray shirt, with the Labuco shirt on. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, we going to go out. I was like, yo, I went to the man crib that day, too. I was like, yo, I'm coming through. Let me get this. He's like, all right, cool. I'm like, yo, we good? He said, yeah, we good. I'm like, you sure we good? He's like, yo, we good. I was like, he's like, yo, I'm going to hit you up. I'm like, all right, cool.
Listen, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, we were supposed to go out, and that was on the 1st. On Friday, where we're gonna go, man. The party.
Yeah.
But when I realized I can't go out like I would like to, I was like, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah. So the problem was that he forgot to tell me that, right? So I'm just chilling, waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? Watching the game, 10 hit. I'm like, yeah, it's straight. Then 11 o'clock hit. I'm like, yo, dude, they hit me up.
Left me hanging, huh?
Left me hanging, bro.
Bad,
I'm looking fresh, clean, shape up and all.
My bad,
you know what I'm saying?
bro.
Mad cologne on me, yo.
Get the hair on.
Yeah, hair done too, bro. Like ready to hit the block, yeah.
My bad. That's on me. That's on me for sure.
And then you know what he had to do? You know what the nerve he had to do? You know what he did?
What?
Called me on Sunday like, yo, you see this game? What the hell? I'm like, yo, what's up, bro?
My bad on that one, man. My bad on that one. But on straight up though, we need to. We've done it before, but we need to hang out. Hang out. We have a special event coming in March too. Celebrating our March 20th. We're celebrating our 1 year anniversary of Lock of Code. Details. Will be advertised and come through. Yeah, for sure.
Yo, so
save the date.
Save the date, man. Be there. Don't just save it. Walk through.
If you're not there, we're not friends. Straight up.
Yeah. For real.
Still listen though.
Still listen.
Yo, so we got NFL news, man. Let's rock with NFL news right now, yo. All day long. Hey. I just don't want to scuff up my shoes, though,
this dude say he want to kick something.
Yo, so we got news, man. So what they call Black Monday, whatever they want to call it. Every coach in America got fired. Finally, your homie with the Jets. We said that we weren't going to call
Adam
his name
Gase
now.
that y'all talk
Gase?
about
All right, cool.
every week.
Guess what? You're not gonna hear next season.
We ain't want to say 2021.
Hey,
Nothing.
I'm glad.
At least in NFL.
I felt like he was he was one of us.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Jeez.
Was any of the firing surprising to you guys?
It's all teams that suck.
Anthony Lynn was surprising.
That was surprising to me.
That was surprising.
I mean,
because he got it going on, and then last 4 games they won, and they were only losing by like 0.2 points. I mean,
I get the defense. Right, I get that the defense needed some help because the defense lost a lot of game for him because the offense was clicking. You can start the players in that offense in fantasy. The Allen,
everybody.
You see what I'm saying? You can Eckler, everybody. Like, so I think the defense was where the opportunity is. Yep. And I think he deserve another season where he can find like a defensive coordinator and build that defense. Yeah. But that was shocking to me though.
Yeah, he needed another year.
There's a lot of promise out there though.
We got ATL firing Detroit. Obviously, we were just talking about the Chargers that's available for coaching. Texans, Jets, Jags. There's a couple of offensive coordinators out there. Eric Bieniemy is one that we were talking about the most.
Right.
Todd Bowles is out there, which was a defensive coordinator. I believe he was with Arizona, or is it Tampa? No, Tampa.
Tampa defensive coordinator.
So there's a lot of guys out there.
he used to coach the Jets guys, and he actually wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that bad.
The guy that they hired after him was actually worse.
Yeah, because we had him.
Worse.
So my question.
Let me say that again. The guy that they hired after him was worse.
We know.
Worse.
So my question is, right, with all these teams that have available, man, like in order, I guess, which is the top location? What coaches do you think that would fit best? I mean, I know Eric Bieniemy just had a interview with the Jets. I don't think that's the best location.
As far as coaches go, right? All right. I don't know who else. There's a bunch of offensive coordinator, a lot of college coaches. That's a lot of names getting thrown around. So I can't even put the coaches into play. But as far as what teams I would want to be if I was a coach, I would probably go Chargers first for me. Second Texans, third Atlanta, and then the Jags. And I don't care about the Jets and Detroit.
I got it. Opposite. I would go Atlanta first. It's Matty Ice. You got Calvin Ridley. You got Julio Jones. You got Gurley. You don't have
Julio. You don't have Gurley.
Yeah,
Gurley's not going to be there next year. Julio's done.
I don't know about
I wouldn't say he's done.
I don't know about all that.
I think,
but you still have Calvin Ridley, and that offense is still good enough. So I would go Atlanta. Chargers is splitting hairs.
Really?
Because you have Herbert, you have Keenan Allen, you have Eckler.
You got Mike Williams.
You got Mike Williams, right?
Exactly. So you have a strong core. Texans also too.
Right.
I like Detroit because I think Galladay is going to be back healthy. You have the quarterback
Stafford. You got Swift.
You got Swift, exactly. Jags and then Jets.
Yeah, I don't care.
See, I'm opposite of that. I'm rolling with Chargers as a first pick. I like that whole offense, like you just broke down, in their defense, quarterback.
Right.
I actually like, as a coach, going into the Jaguars situation too, because I'm looking at, hey, listen, I'm gonna be able to build the team the way I want to build it, with $100 million in money, with multiple draft picks, and I have the opportunity at that point with the first pick to go ahead and draft my quarterback that I want. Right, and the defense is not that bad. They're young, but they're not bad at all. You can build that up. Then you got Texans. I like that option with Texans over there because they have their quarterback over there.
See, I like the sure things, man. Like, so, all right, I hear what you're saying with the Jags.
Nothing is sure in football.
No. But what I say, like the sure thing, I mean, the quarterback, the leader of the team. Because if you have a good quarterback, you have a good team, right?
The best quarterback on that team is Matt Ryan. On the list that we're talking
Falcons.
about. No.
Nope. Texans.
Yes.
Right. That's why I say, you know what I mean?
Matt Ryan is not far.
No. That's what I'm saying. The three best quarterbacks are Matt Ryan. I can't believe I'm a
Herbert.
And Watson.
Watson, Matt Ryan, Herbert, Stafford.
Right.
The only thing, like I said, with Texans, man, I like the fact that we got Watson, right? And they don't have a lot of money in cap. And you need receivers over there. You need receivers.
But I understand what you're saying.
You need a tight end.
So the Jaguars, listen,
I can build it.
Listen, I hear what you're saying, but you're gonna draft Trevor Lawrence. Don't kid yourself. So you're gonna draft Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
If the game is too fast for that dude, or the dude is not ready for the NFL, you are done. Don't matter how you spend the money, you are done. You know what you're getting with the Texans. You know what you're getting with the Chargers. You know what you're getting with Atlanta.
I know I got a quarterback. I don't know about
that's all. That's the first thing you need, though.
That's the first thing you need, yeah.
Look at the teams that's in the playoff right now.
Look at Bill O'Brien with the Texans. You can't say. I mean, he let Hopkins go, and there was nothing there. And they went back.
He's just dumb. Like that's difference between. It's not the team. Like look at what. All right, look. The moment he left, look at what they did, dude. Look at what they did. Like as a team, the team like blew up, bro. Like fantasy points all the way because we talk fantasy over here. Yeah. So fantasy points from everybody on that team. While he was there, that team sucks. Watson looked like he couldn't even. Right? Yeah. Watson looked like he couldn't even play football. So the coaching is like the coaching is what caused that. It's not the team that caused that. So Cornell came in and oh my God, Watson.
Cooks came back. It was Cooks again. Cooks was Cooks again.
Look at Cooks. Cooks had a better season than he had on the Rams. That's what I'm trying to show you.
I still like Jags.
Would you? Since we're talking about Watson, is that a place that Allen Robinson should go?
Yes, and that's what I was trying to say, dude. Allen Robinson is a free agent, right?
I don't know if they can get him. I don't think they got enough money, bro.
Allen Robinson is a free agent. Trade away some people and get it done and make it happen. Okay.
Yeah, because David Johnson is decent.
Yeah.
If they could possibly build up the line a little bit more.
If you have a quarterback like that passing the right to Allen Robinson, bro, you have a ridiculous offensive.
I don't know why they traded Hopkins. Bro.
Listen,
It already happened, bro.
As an owner, you like, no, you're fired.
There is if you take the Jags as your first team, man, there's just
not my first team. Chargers is my first team, but I got what.
There's too many unknowns with the Jags. Too many unknowns with the Jags, bro.
But then I do like Falcons, Texans, like you said, and then Falcons, and like you said, Jets and Lions is just
nobody likes the Jets.
No one cares about them. But I mean, one of the coaches I was talking about too was Eric Bieniemy. We see what he did with KC for the last 2 to 3 years. I know he, like I said, he
wants a quarterback that can pass the ball down the field, and right now,
I don't like
Watson is looking like that.
Watson, Chargers, definitely looking like that.
Yeah, those are
honestly. If we take Jags out, I'd go Chargers. Still going Chargers than Texans.
Yeah. All right, let's move it on.
So your boy Josh Jacobs, arrested for DUI, man. It's that bad when you lose the game, bro. When you lose that bad.
I mean, and you're out in Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean,
might as well, right?
I don't think it's something to worry about.
There's like 5 bars around you in any hotels you go in. It's
just his pocket. I mean, he's gonna get charged like $25,000 to $30,000.
Yeah, I think it's something we could all look past. It's nothing serious.
But who was your boy over the weekend too? I think it was Higgins, right?
Rashad Higgins, like drag racing.
He was drag racing with him.
You have a playoff game to play, my dude. Like, what are you doing?
His goal was to get injured in a drag race and lose.
Dude, I don't understand these kids, bro. I know. Listen, the fun.
You said it right there.
Have his career. Yeah, they're kids.
The fun will come, man. You have a few more weeks. Make this money, get this win, and move on.
Think about it though. You're a millionaire.
Matter of fact, just wait one more weekend and
you're
then you're
a millionaire overnight though. It's hard, bro.
You
coming from poverty.
All you have to do.
You're a millionaire overnight.
But what I'm saying is, all you have to do is for Higgins, right? He just has to play one more game and then he's good.
Yeah.
One more game.
Okay, but he's not thinking like one more game. He's thinking
Higgins
about,
ain't got a game. I mean,
right now.
Higgins is done.
And then he has
no. When I say one more
bunch
game,
of professional homeboys in the back that do that. Bro.
When I say one more game, I don't think they're beating the Steelers.
No. It wasn't that Higgins, bro. It wasn't Cleveland Higgins.
Yeah, it was Cleveland Higgins.
I thought it was Cincinnati Higgins.
No, it's not T. Higgins.
No, it's not.
It's Rashad Higgins.
It's Rashad?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Rashad's bugging it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you're in the playoff. What are you doing? What are you doing? Chill out. Get ready to go. Prepare for Steelers right now. That's all you should be doing.
I swear I thought it was T. Higgins, bro.
Nah.
Wilding right now.
Nah.
So basically, you're telling me that my boy is drag racing. Another player on this team is drag racing. The whole Cleveland organization got COVID.
Now. So they need you, and yet you're gonna be irresponsible like that. Yeah,
and
come on
now.
And the coaches can't be there.
That's what's up. Yeah,
but like I said, kids.
Yeah. All right, man. That's it for news, my dude. We're gonna go week 17 recap here, first quarter. I don't even know if y'all boys want to talk about it, man.
Let's talk about it. The Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. MIAMI.
Hey, they got
Dolphins. DOLFHINS.
It's a bad last game.
It's a whole bunch of people that go to Hooters to watch the Dolphins play, guys.
Let me know when you finish talking, man.
So the Dolphins, guys. The Dolphins, guys.
I don't know what you talking about, boy. Washington's gonna scrub Tampa Bay next week, bro, or this weekend.
We're not talking about that, bro.
We talk about recap.
We talking about recap.
We'll recap that next week.
So the Dolphins lost by 30. Hold on, put your phone down. The Dolphins lost by 30.
It was bad.
3-0.
When I tell you I needed Fitz off that COVID-19.
3-0. 56 on the Dolphins?
Yeah, bro.
56 on those corners? Howard and...
They stopped playing.
What's even worse about
Jesus,
that?
God, and...
You know what's worse about that? What was
everybody back there?
What's the second string quarterback? I forgot his name, but he was throwing the ball on us. He was pushing it on us. I'm sitting here like, 26.
We lost. It's behind us. Let's go.
I don't even think Fitzmagic could have stopped this.
No, Fitzmagic would have been
Fitz would have stopped it.
The Dolphins stopped playing.
No, Fitzmagic would have stopped.
Bro,
the game
Fitzpatrick would have been.
The game would have been different. Yeah, the game would have been different. Because
the players stopped playing when they realized,
How
this
about
is
them
just
Dolphins
trash.
people?
Yeah,
That's
bad.
all I got to say. How about them Dolphins, man?
We'll see next year.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all
Yo,
good.
so we done with the Dolphins now.
We done with
so,
Dolphins. Y'all had a
first quarter.
Let's talk about pitching. You want to talk about
Playoff
Browns?
week, wild card week, man. Let's go.
We're gonna go
Wild
through
card
all
weekend.
the
Let's talk about that. Let's
The
go
Dolphins
directly
are
into that.
looking forward to next season as they do every
Wild
season, guys.
card weekend, my dude.
Wild card weekend.
They'll find a way to screw up the draft as well, guys.
Get out of here, bro. We ain't screwed up last year, just like you asked, bro. You
Y'all
were
did
like,
screw up.
how we screwed up?
Y'all ain't made the playoffs, right?
No, I'm saying
Y'all
how we
should
screwed up
have
the
made the
draft.
playoffs. So
How did we screw up the
y'all
draft?
should have made the
We got
playoffs.
10 games. We won
You
10
should
games.
have made the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. 100.
We
won 10
share a lot
games.
of those draft picks though didn't even play.
The corner didn't play well. I mean, I can't remember his name. The first round corner. Yeah. He should have been better, but I think he's gonna be better.
All I got to say is Tua better pad out next year because Tua got a
Ren over there thinking
big year on his shoulders.
Ren think that they're gonna go ahead and draft another quarterback. Yeah,
I'll tell you this. I personally think like, all right, so I was on the Tua bandwagon as a Dolphin fan for sure. Seeing the dude play and playing in the NFL, the dude plays scared, can't pass the ball down the field.
It's him or the offensive coordinator. It's one of those.
Herbert would have been a better pick, huh?
Yeah.
I don't. All right, so
Herbert doesn't have accuracy, but he can throw that ball.
He can throw that ball,
And he's confident.
and he's more confident. So I think Tua is still nursing his hip.
Yeah.
Personally, though, I think I would give him some competition because Fitz is on his way out, right?
Yeah,
So I would give him some competition. Fitz wasn't a competition for him because they eventually, Fitz is not a long term.
Fitz is gonna be a Patriot.
Right, like Fitz is not a long term quarterback. So you need somebody to. I personally think, bro, I really think they should just use that third round pick and just get like Fields. Like that's my
Third round.
The third overall pick and get like Fields. And have Fields compete against him. And I promise you,
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Why?
I wouldn't do that. I can use that for an offensive tackle. I can use that for a receiver.
Yeah, I would use that
need,
for
like
other
something
things.
that we need. I don't want to put that on.
I think
there's a lot
of
competition.
I think
I agree with you. I know what you're going to say because you're going to talk about the whole Cousins and RG3 thing. And
no, not even.
No.
I think that Tua is actually a good quarterback. I think that he was just thrown into a system in a situation where he wasn't ready. I think Fitzmagic should have played out the entire year. And they kind of just threw Tua in there. For what reason, I really don't know.
I can tell you what reason.
They wanted to see what they had. So if they
exactly, and they realized like, yo, we don't have it right here. So I'm gonna draft
because he's the one of the most accurate quarterbacks.
He does
in
have
the
it.
NFL.
He just don't have it now.
Exactly. You threw him into a situation. He's coming off a major surgery. I think that if he gets the off season and he gets right, which I think
especially
that he
remember
will,
he didn't have an off season because of COVID.
Exactly, because of COVID and because of the injury.
Yeah.
So I think that next year you're going to see a lot better from Tua. I would actually draft Tua in fantasy. I think that he could be a really good quarterback.
I'm not that confident.
Yeah, I'm not that confident, bro.
And surround him with the right weapons. And you draft a receiver.
You got to draft a receiver.
Yeah, you
got to go get Chase from LSU, which is actually way better than Jefferson, by the way, which is
and Allen Robinson from Chicago.
Possibly. And I'm drafting Tua.
And I'm that.
I'll tell you this: if they sign Allen Robinson, I would go out and get an Allen Robinson jersey. I didn't get a Parker jersey, but I get an Allen Robinson.
I may actually take you up on that. I may get an Allen Robinson Dolphins jersey.
I get an Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. He's
consistent.
Yeah,
he's consistent and quarterback proof.
He's gonna get it. Yeah,
Tua can get the ball to him. Tua's accurate.
Yeah,
but like I said, like he just has to throw the ball deep, man. And I think because Parker showed that. He's gonna jump. He's gonna get that ball. He has jump ball. I mean, at least what fits, not what Tua. But the only thing, like Preston Williams, man, he did so well, and then every year for the last 2 years, he's been injured.
Yeah,
so I think that also affects.
I think
Tua.
they need the Dolphins hasn't had a big name quarterback like not a quarterback, a wide receiver.
Wide receiver, no.
They need that.
No, they had big name wide receivers.
Who?
They had big name wide receivers. Original wide receiver from Pittsburgh Steelers back in the day.
Williams.
Yeah, Williams. Are you talking about recently?
They need to go. I would go out and get a
Williams,
Robinson.
and then you have what's his name? He's retired now. Jesus Christ, how his name's escaping me.
I can't remember his name, but I know
he's a broadcaster. You sent me the show that he hosts,
but
the podcast that he hosts.
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall. They had someone else too. Remember the kid from Minnesota?
He's on the back end of his prime. I agree with you 100%, and that's what I'm saying. You need somebody.
You need an Allen Robinson,
like an Allen Robinson.
Give to an Allen Robinson. I think it's a whole different dynamic because the defense is there.
The defense is there.
We need to work on that offense.
I think the only thing with the defense
we need to beef up the defensive line against the run.
Yeah, right defense.
And if we can get that,
you need a running back too.
I don't know, man. I think I like Gaskins.
I like Gaskins. I like all of them.
Ahmad.
Gaskins,
Ahmad and Gaskins. Like,
and you gotta
shockingly,
too, it's going to be a rotation.
What about a guy like Leonard Fournette?
Yes, I like that too. That bull.
They should have took Leonard Fournette last year.
Yeah,
like this year, I should say. This year,
Jaguars didn't want to trade him, and they should have picked him up.
No, when he was
a free agent.
When he was a free agent, when he got released, the Dolphins should have pursued him.
I think when he got released, they were already confident in. Remember, they already had like 4 running backs they were confident in based on the money. Breida, which I don't think is going to be there next year.
In my opinion, go after Allen Robinson. You have Devontae Parker. You have Gesicki. You have Gaskin. That's a good offensive core.
Yeah.
And then build a line.
Build both lines. The defensive line against the run, and then the offensive line to
because you don't want to waste what you have in the secondary.
Yeah. The secondary is we had a takeaway in every game.
Remember that catch?
Howard had 10 interceptions.
Was it Howard had
against
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, man.
Not a lot of people do that against Tyreek Hill. People, just to let you know, it's Tyreek Hill.
Howard is not playing around, and then we got to pay Howard. Yeah,
I thought we paid Howard.
We did, but he's gonna wait. He's gonna want more money.
Yeah, you got to pay him.
Jones gets paid more money than him. Jones is like $16 million per year,
and he had what?
10 interceptions.
Yeah,
10 interceptions.
Jones had 1 interception.
You better pay him.
He's getting paid $16 million. Right now, Howard is getting paid $15. He's going to want an extra $2-3 mil. Easy. With that 10 interceptions?
Yeah, I would pay him.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, I got to
we going to skip all that recap, man. We had enough time.
Yeah, let's
get into first quarter, man. We got wildcard weekend for Saturday games. We got Colts and the Bills, my dude.
Colts and the Bills. Listen, man. I don't think the same thing that occurred before is going to happen again. But honestly, though, I think it's going to be a good game. I think this is one of the best games on the slate. Both teams have weapons. Both teams' defenses are pretty decent. The way to beat the Colts is by passing against the Colts. And what Bills does best is pass. So... honestly, I think the Bills has an opportunity to take out the Colts. I think the Colts is gas right now. They started off the season well, but if you notice, like their last few games, they struggle to generate points. They struggle to their defense struggle to stop anything. Even though they're ranked like second against the rush, but the Bills doesn't rush the ball that much. With Moss and with Singletary. Right. If you're playing DFS, I wouldn't start either one of those because I think the Colts will. Colts is still top ranked second in against the rush, giving up only 90 yards and 16 touchdowns. But as I said, if you want to beat the Colts, you want to pass the ball, and that's what the Bills does best. So I personally is gonna pick the Bills over the Colts.
Yo, is it just me with the Colts, man? Was there a blur with T.Y. Hilton? I feel like T.Y. came in the league, did 1 year, and then T.Y. then became 31 years old, and he sucked.
No, he had
He had some great years with what's his name that retired?
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
T.Y. Hilton and Andrew Luck was fire.
Fire, bro.
Okay. Fire. It gave
No,
he's the one that
T.Y.'s that dude, man.
Yeah, T.Y. is the reason why Dre won NFF the year he did.
Yeah, that was a year.
T.Y. Hilton was the reason, and to show you how great T.Y. was, he was the keeper the following year. It was his keeper the following year.
Funny thing about that story. My brother was in fantasy way more than I was back in that time, and he had Andrew Luck and T.Y. Hilton, and he was eating. That's the year that year. They went crazy.
Yeah, so T.Y. Hilton was good, man, and then the injuries start piling up, and then once the injuries start piling up, and then the quarterback start changing, it's just not the same.
Andrew Luck, like he was a talent.
Yeah.
That guy
gone too early.
Man. That guy, injuries really robbed him of what he could.
He was the closest to Brady.
Yes,
or even
I say Peyton Manning. Yeah.
I mean,
he had an arm. He had the accuracy to rush.
He was good, man.
He was really good.
I think that was probably the first, in my time, the first first overall pick, quarterback overall pick that actually pan out.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes.
No questions. Yeah. We got Rams and Seahawks right now. You're predicting what, Bills win?
Yeah, Bills. I have the Bills.
I agree with that.
I like the Rams and Seahawks game this week, man. I know it's the second game. I think Seahawks is going to win this game. The only reason why is because I don't think Goff is going to be ready. And if he is ready, he's not going to be throwing well because he can't grip that football, with the thumb surgery. Right, and then you don't want to start a second string quarterback into, this first playoff game. You know what I mean? So I like the Rams offense, but once again, Kupp is gone too, right? Kupp is injured. He still got COVID. They haven't, got him out of COVID yet because I think he was out last week. So they haven't cleared him out of COVID.
No, he actually eligible to return.
He is cleared?
Week. Yeah, he is eligible to return this week.
I do like, man, it's hard to fight against Seahawks, man. You got Wilson out there, you got Carson out there, you got DK Metcalf out there. And I understand, the Rams defense is good, the cornerbacks are great, they'll be able to fight their defense, their wide receivers, of Seattle wide receivers, but I see Seattle winning this game, man. I don't see Rams stopping them.
It's not a game I would bet. I would give it an edge to Seahawks, but I wouldn't be shocked if Rams win it.
I'll be surprised if Rams win it with Goff.
Their defense is really good, though. Yes. And for what Seahawks like to do, that's what their defense is good at.
Yeah. Goff their defense has to get an interception and run it for a touchdown.
Their Seattle's defense sucks. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. But the thing that helps Seattle defense right now is Goff's thumb injury.
Goff's, yeah.
That's the thing right there. Then we got what? Your favorite team, man?
My favorite team. Since you like to say they're my favorite team, yes, my favorite team is in the playoffs. Since you like to talk about my favorite team,
that's what happens.
And just attach me to this team.
It's your team.
They're in the playoffs. Right? I mean, we're the Dolphins.
Until next week.
I knew that was coming, bro.
Right? That's their team,
no,
right?
but the thing about it, he's always doing
your
that.
Team.
So
I'm just saying,
attach me to the winning team. I like that. Cool. Don't attach me to the losers.
They're only winning for one more week.
Like the Dolphins.
They're going to lose next week, though.
Don't attach. Hey, Dolphins need to go talk to Pat Riley. That's what they need to do. We in Miami, where we're all from, we like to win.
We're not talking about basketball.
We're winners. We're
winners.
not
talking about basketball. Go ahead. Bucks in Washington.
Figure it out.
Bucks in Washington.
Bucks in Washington. So this is actually not a fantasy-friendly game because both defenses are really good. Bucks are number one against the rush, so that Antonio Gibson stuff is kind of dead in the water. Alex Smith is going to have the best game of his life to win this one. He does throw the ball everywhere. You have Logan Thomas, you have Scary Terry McLaren in there, but I don't think it's enough to beat Tampa. Evans is more than likely going to be out, but Antonio Brown had a massive game last week. Godwin had a massive game last week. You still got Gronk. Obviously, Brady has something to prove.
It's going to be Antonio Brown's team this week.
Yeah, it's going to be the. Don't get me wrong though. Washington is they're where they are. They're in the wild card because of the defense.
Yeah.
So the defense against the pass is actually ranked third.
Defense and
that division, but their defense is actually good. Yeah. So I see it being a low scoring game. I don't think either team will have more than. I don't think the stronger offensive team is Tampa, but I don't think they're going to score more than 3 touchdowns. I see this being a 21-10, 21-13 game.
All right.
You have a question for me?
Tampa. No. So type. Oh, okay.
Tampa,
No.
I see it being a low scoring game, but Tampa wins.
Tampa wins.
Yeah.
I see Washington winning, bro.
Are you serious? Yeah. You dead ass? Do you want to put 50 on it?
Hell no, I'm not putting 50 on it.
Why? Like, you so confident as hell.
I can't believe you. Like,
yo, what was so funny is the way how PJ was like, are you serious? Yo, you want to put 50 on it? Because this is easy money right here. Let's go.
50 money on Washington, my dude. $50 on Alex Smith.
Oh, hey, bro. I saw Axel.
You don't even know if Alex Smith will start.
Listen, my dude. Listen.
I'm good.
Football is a sport. Any given Sunday, somebody could win.
Any given Sunday. You're right.
Alex Smith could come out and just
do it. And bomb. And the defense.
That's the way you beat Tampa.
And the defense on Washington can once the thing about Tampa and not Tampa. The thing about Tom Brady is once you sack him like 2 or 3 times, he get frazzled, and then he stopped thinking, and he's just trying to force the ball. And then what happened is you win the game.
Yeah. But they have to score. So if they could score, they could win.
Yep.
So I don't think Washington is completely out of it.
My dude, they have no quarterback. If Smith is gone, who's their quarterback?
Yo, the Alex Smith movie is coming out in like 2022. Like
22, I heard. Yeah. I'm going to direct
that. Yo, that's going to be a really good movie.
If Alex Smith can win,
if he wins this
week,
oh my God,
yeah, it's going.
It's even better.
He got something to play for. That's Tom Brady you're playing against.
That's an NFL.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't need to win the championship. He just needs to win this week against the one of the.
He can win 2 weeks.
You're playing against the GOAT.
Exactly.
That is all. That's how the movie ends.
Yeah.
The movie ends when you play. You play against the best player, one of the best quarterback ever in the NFL, and you won.
And if the producer is smart, he gassing him up about that. Listen, we could really make some. We could do this.
So you better, write your story.
Exactly,
write your story in this playoff game.
His wife is in there. Write
your story in this game. Oh, for real, man.
So we got Ravens and Titans on Sunday, my dude.
Yo, Ravens and Titans game. This is
that's the best game right now.
Yeah, that's the best game.
Wasn't this last year's game too, or no?
Yeah, they played last year.
Yeah.
And the Ravens, the Titans murdered the Ravens. This is the thing though, like they played before the Titans won. It was a running back game because when I say like none of the wide receivers did anything. Like they didn't do anything. Like wide receivers, all right. So wide receiver and tight end, like Mark Andrews, 19 reception yards. You know what I mean? Corey Davis, 22 reception yards. A.J. Brown, 9 reception yards. So it's a running back game. So it's a Derrick Henry versus J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins versus Derrick Henry. I personally think, all right, obviously, Derrick Henry is better than J.K. Dobbins, right?
Yeah.
But don't be shocked if J.K. Dobbins finished with a lot more fantasy points than, because now that he's features, because, all right, so Derrick Henry in the last game had 133 yards rushing, right? Yeah. And a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins had 70 and a touchdown. But J.K. Dobbins was sharing the ball with guess who? Gus. You see what I'm saying? So now that he's not really sharing the ball with anybody and him versus Derrick Henry, don't be shocked if J.K. Dobbins outperform Derrick Henry. With all that said, Titans is a hit or miss kind of team. Don't get me wrong. They have a decent running back and their play action is something to write about. But what I've seen from Baltimore Ravens since their COVID outbreak, it's phenomenal, man. Like it looks like the old Jackson. It looks like the old team. The old team is back, and they're ready for this. They're ready for this. They're beating everybody that they're supposed to. So don't be. I really think it's gonna be flip flop. It's gonna be a game like 24-30 or 24-28 type of a game, and Baltimore Ravens win. Disagree?
I like Titans in this one.
I like Baltimore Ravens win.
I'm taking Baltimore.
Baltimore is like on fire right now.
It's hard to go against. It's hard. Calm down, bro. It's hard to go against the king.
Hey man, I'm trying to make it easy
$50. Yeah, but like it's different.
AJ Brown and your boy Corey Davis is gonna come out and play.
Well, the last time they went up against them, they didn't do crap.
They didn't do nothing. I think this is the year, man. I think Corey Davis is gonna start playing.
Yeah, I think the only touchdown by a wide receiver is gonna be by Des Bryant.
No, I think
they really need to do something with that wide receiver.
The thing about it, I think Ravens are a better defense, and Titans are not the team from last year. They're easy to score on. So I think Ravens. It's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think Ravens are just going to outproduce them.
All right, we got Bears and the Saints, man. Bears. Chicago.
Surprised Bears got there, huh?
Shocking.
Yeah, shocking.
Trubisky.
I don't have any faith in Chicago Bears against the Saints, man. Listen, there's just too much firepower with the Saints. Michael Thomas is back, and even that, you got
Is he
Breeze
back?
Yeah, they said he's playing this week. And even then, man, you got Breeze back. You got Kamara just lighting it up. Like Kamara's on fire right now, bro. And I don't see anything on Chicago's defense to stop that.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time for Chicago even to go down to New Orleans. Just forfeit the game and call it a day and move forward.
Hey,
so
man.
I got Saints, bro.
Hey, 2 things I want to talk about with Chicago. I was going to talk about it before when we were talking about Allen Robinson and all that stuff. So Allen Robinson is about to become a free agent, right? And he's going to hit dumb as hell. Dumb by Chicago.
It's like Hopkins being traded.
So here's the other dumb thing that Chicago did.
They re-signed Trubisky for a fifth.
No. They didn't re-sign him. They didn't pick up his 5th-year contract. So now, if this dude win this playoff game,
you're gonna have to pay him money.
Oh, you're gonna have to pay him.
They're not gonna win though.
They're not.
Matter of fact, even if he doesn't, he's in the playoff right now.
Yeah, because you got to look at it like
who's going to be a quarterback next year if he decided to leave.
And there's going to be options out there for him.
There's going to be a lot of options out there for him.
Washington.
You see what I'm saying? Washington, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, they did a dumb thing. Chicago did a dumb thing because now you don't have a quarterback. Yeah. Now you don't have a number 1 wide receiver.
New England
and if you want those people back, you're gonna have to overpay like a mofo just to keep those people. Yeah. It is dumb, man. Like general manager,
I would have took the 50.
General manager, coaching staff, owner, dumb move by you guys.
About to lose everybody, yo.
Yeah.
And they don't have nobody. They just got that defense.
Browns Steelers. Funny enough, this game played last week and Browns won. But Ben wasn't playing.
Put us down, bro.
Ben? I mean, like the entire
yeah.
About half the Steelers wasn't playing.
Ben wasn't playing. A lot of the defense wasn't playing. Juju played. Deontay played. Claypool played. But it's not the same. Steelers about to beat them down.
Yeah.
It's not going to be.
And they ain't got no coach to coach them.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't barely got receivers.
And Baker Mayfield's going to be.
They may just drag race out of there.
Yeah, they may.
After they lose, they're just gonna drag race out of there.
Steelers are still gonna win this game comfortably.
Easy.
Mike Tomlin seen what they had. You know, this is the end of the road for the Cleveland Browns. It was a good year.
Yeah,
definitely. Oh, jeez, Markel Fultz, jeez. Yo, so we got second quarter, man. Listen, second quarter, we got something new and nice, right?
I'm looking forward
to this part of the show
that we even forgot to bring it up. Right, so we got fantasy football awards for the second quarter. That's probably going to go through the third quarter, maybe even the fourth, right?
Yeah.
So we want to break down what we feel. These players, right? And we got the list is biggest bust, biggest steal, most undrafted player, most overdrafted player. We got rookie of the year. That's what we got. Comeback player of the year.
Definition of consistency
and definition of inconsistency, most impactful waiver wire pickup, most impactful fantasy player, and last but not least, most valuable fantasy player of the year.
Yep.
So we're gonna break this thing down, man.
Really excited for this segment, guys.
Let's go, man.
All right,
where you want to start, man?
Wait. You gotta turn that volume down, man. You gotta,
down?
Yeah, you gotta turn that volume down because I want people to hear me when I talk about these players, man. I want people to hear me to talk about these players.
All right, man. Let's go with the biggest bust right now, my dude. Who's the biggest bust of the year? Mine is pretty straightforward.
You asking me?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God. Biggest bust of the year is the guy that everybody drafted in the first round, including.
Not your boy.
People in my league, in the
NFF.
know
where you're going.
Not your boy.
Oh my God. CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, whatever you want to call him. Biggest bust of the year. I don't care what you want to say. Hey, put up fantasy. No. He's the biggest bust of the year for me. He played almost every game this season, and dude was getting. Yo, I remembered once Williams said he was out. Everybody and their mama was like, yo, he's a first round pick. Oh, I remember it was like, oh, he's a late first round pick. And then I saw him getting drafted before Derrick Henry. I saw him getting drafted before Dalvin Cook. I was like, what are you guys? What?
We were talking about that for the longest.
We talked about it for a lot.
Oh, my God, bro.
The thing about it is, all right, so.
I'm okay with them.
I agree with you to an extent, but I wouldn't give him. And guys, we don't know the players that we're going to talk about, so this is a debate.
Yeah, this is a debate right now.
Exactly. So, Clyde Hillier, yes, I could see why Ren would give him the biggest bust, but he actually was not that bad.
Yeah.
He produced.
He wasn't 20-point guy.
He wasn't 20-point guy. He wasn't. He didn't produce what his draft status was.
Yeah.
That's why it's a bust. Problem.
That's why I said I agree with you to an extent.
To an extent.
Like, but next year,
I'm okay with
I would draft Clyde in the fourth round.
Third or fourth round.
If the team is constructed the way it is. However, I think that I still got faith in Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
And I still think that
Le'Veon won't be there. Le'Veon won't be a Kansas City Chief.
I'm just saying what I see right now.
Yeah.
I'm only going off what I see right now. But I would draft him in the fourth round because He was available best ability is availability. He was available all year. It's not like he sucked. He produced. It's just that he didn't produce to round one numbers.
Exactly why he's a bust.
Top 5 numbers. No, I agree with that sense though.
If I drafted a player in the first round, right? You're the anchor, like you're gonna be the anchor for my team. You're gonna be like that sure thing. I put you in, and I'm not taking you out for the rest of the season.
But honestly,
the dude had less than one.
Him in the first round.
Yo, the dude has less than 1,000 yards. The dude had less than 5 touchdowns. The dude sucked. The dude can't rush a touchdown in the red zone.
But he's too little.
He's too little. 6'6" guys.
Exactly. He's small. And listen, guys, he's a glorified Tariq.
No, but listen, hold on. Because here's my question. Here's my question for you. I'm gonna tell you who mine is, and we're gonna go through it. But just on him, wouldn't the biggest bust not be him? Wouldn't the biggest bust be the players that actually drafted him in the first round?
No, we're not talking about the people. No.
We all knew that he wasn't
right. I agree. We said that on the show, but I'm saying majority of the people, or majority of analysts, fantasy analysts out there, literally was saying
he's a first round.
He's a first round pick. I'm gonna name drop like one of my favorite analysts that I listen to for a long time is Fabiano, and this dude oversell Clyde Edwards-Helaire to the max. To where every draft that he get the opportunity to draft this dude, he drafted him. The dude really sucked, and he apologized, and I respect him for that. But this dude is the bust for me. Like he played so many games for a running back, anchor of your team, less than 1,000 yards, less than 5 touchdowns. You're a bust.
Yep. Alder, what you got, P?
I got Joe Mixon as the biggest bust of the year.
Dude was injured.
Yeah, he was injured.
Yes, he was injured, but
he wasn't performing.
He wasn't performing the 6 games that he had that one
7?
Monster performance of the 50-point game that broke out. But going into it, he was listed as a round 1 draft pick, right?
Yeah.
So everybody wanted to draft him. You're looking at a rookie quarterback. You're looking at the team is going to lean on him. Everything is going to run through Joe Mixon. The first 3 weeks, he had 9 fantasy points the first week. 11 fantasy points, 15 fantasy points, and 11 he didn't produce. So him getting hurt actually helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
You don't have to put him in the lineup.
Him and Giovanni Bernard?
It didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It was a toss-up. So year after year, we look at Mixon and we're like, this is his year. I said that this is his year. I was actually at one point thinking about drafting Mixon over Dalvin Cook because I was that convinced, and I'm glad that I didn't.
Yeah, because we looked
with
at
a new quarterback and
with
everything.
New quarterback, everything
set up for him.
Set up for you to produce and just be week after week, just giving fantasy success and being on the news and being that guy. And
Tyler Boyd is there. Like you just expect like
Tyler Boyd's there.
I thought that offense.
Tyler Boyd didn't do well.
I know. I thought that offense was gonna be like popping.
Yeah, it didn't.
And it didn't go. What about you? See?
Yo, mine is my dude, yo. I drafted him. I had big ups for him, yo. Juju Smith, yo. Nah, Juju. It's Juju, man. I like that one. I was pushing him with the Zeke situation too, but I felt like it was because of Dak Prescott wasn't there, and the whole offense just went to shit. Yeah. But it was Juju, bro. Juju had a strong offense. His team was there. Ben was there. We all looked at it. We were like, yo, Ben's going to come back. He's going to throw the ball. All Juju did for me right now this year was just certified at the fact that he was going to be on Dancing with the Stars over the summer. That dude is a TikTok fan. He's a TikTok dancer. Still dancing, by the way, even though everybody told him not to dance. He was a bust for me, man. And
all right.
When I picked him, second or third? Yeah. Like, I don't even want to bring up his numbers, yo.
Juju was a big bust.
A big bust, too. I agree with that.
Cheerleading for Claypool.
I agree.
The dude was cheerleading for Claypool on his birthday. On his birthday. Not Claypool's birthday. His birthday.
It's funny because Deontay looked better than him. Claypool looked better than him. He's out of...
he's out of Steelers.
You, bro. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not going to lie to you. His
best bet is to go to Green Bay.
I'm not going to lie
to you. Where he could be
that Robin. Because he's a Robin.
He's a Robin.
He's just the number 2. He's a Brandon Cooks. He's like he's like
Marvin Jones.
Yeah. Like he's that kind of a player. He's not a star. He's not a number 1.
The last 2 games, Adam Gase looked better than him. Adam Gase. That's how bad it was, bro.
Yo, biggest steals, man. Biggest steals.
For me, bro, just to go back to back on that.
Yeah. Let's go.
I got James Robinson, man. I give up, to PJ here for picking it up, man. Robinson had 250 fantasy points this season. Paul, like I said, Paul picked him up after Fournette was gone and was released. It was just like, yo, who's out there? No one knew who was going to be the running back out there in Jacksonville. And he ended up picking up this guy. I was like, nothing's going to happen. But, hey, you never know. Dude exploded.
He exploded. He's
biggest steal to me.
This is what I noticed. Just to piggyback off what you said, man. There's always, I would say out of the last 5 years, maybe at least 3, definitely, at least 4, definitely 3. There's always a rookie running back that smashes. Yeah. Always a rookie. You just have to find that rookie back. And this year he was on waiver wires up until what, week 2, week 3?
Yeah.
So
even when he week 1 he did well, and or week 2 when he did well, everybody was like,
Yeah. He definitely smashed. My biggest steal, man, has to go out to a dude that has that aura, that demeanor, that he should always be that guy. He has the commercials, and that's Stefan Diggs.
Oh, because you said commercials.
No, he does have those commercials.
I thought you were talking about Mayfield.
Yeah, he do that.
I thought you were talking about
sticky hands. That sticky hand, bad boy.
His hands is sticky, man.
His hands is sticky, in Buffalo. And I feel like we're gonna get a lot of that sticky hands in this playoff right now.
Yes, in this award. So, Stefan Diggs, I want to salute you, man. Like you're that dude. That's the best way I could put it.
Give it up to Mac on that pick.
Exactly.
I underestimate. I'll say. Confess, I underestimate what he was gonna be in Buffalo. Like, leaving Minnesota.
We all did.
What was it? Round 6, round
5,
7?
6, yeah, 5, 6, 7, hovering around there.
Yeah.
Just some numbers for you guys. He finished number 1 in targets, 162 targets. Finished number 1 in receptions, 127. Finished number 1 in receiving yards, 1,535, and he had 8 touchdowns. And these are against the likes of the Devontae Adams of the world, the Tyreek Hills of the world, the DeAndre Hopkins of the world.
Just the rapport was so quick, bro.
Diggs is not going to be a 5 or 6 round pick next year.
Nah, he's going to be a possible.
He's a keeper
early two. He's an early 2.
He's going
to be a keeper in our league.
He's a keeper in our league.
Yeah, it's going to be a definite keeper in our league.
Sad.
For me, biggest steal. I think my biggest steal is Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson was a biggest steal for me. Just where he was drafted,
13,
being a rookie, not having a rookie season. I didn't expect him to be what he was. Over 1,400 receiving yards, 122 targets, 88 reception. Dude was on fire, man. I thought he was going to go to Minnesota as the Robin, but no, that boy took the Batman role in a heartbeat. It was like Minnesota didn't miss a beat after losing Diggs.
Yep.
You feel me? So he came in and he took that Diggs position and capitalized on that Diggs position because he finished better than what Diggs did last year. So kudos to Justin Jefferson, man. You're the biggest steal in my eyes. I'm going to tell you guys a little nugget, man. It's something that's been eating me for a while.
Oh, this must be good, yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's not even good. It's great. Right. It is great.
There it is.
Why are you looking at me? I
thought he was looking at me, but if
No. Funny enough, it's Charlo. It's Charlo. Okay. So after the draft, right? After our NFF draft this season, he offered me Justin Jefferson.
Of course he would.
And
who did I offer you for? Though?
Wait. Let me finish.
Listen,
so it's the biggest regret of my life. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's not even you. It's me. It's what I did. It's not even on you. It's one of the biggest regrets of my goddamn life, man. Like, you offered me Kareem Hunt and Justin Jefferson for Ayuk and goddamn Dobbins, and I did not take it.
I didn't offer that. Not an NFF.
Yes. Before we even play a game.
Were you smoking, bro?
No. Before we even play a game.
Oh, okay.
Before we even played a game. Like this was like pre first game of the NFL season. We still had a preseason game to go. And I was like, every time I look back.
I was trying to trade you Jefferson and who?
Jefferson and Kareem Hunt for J.K. Dobbins and Ayuk. I think you were looking more on the J.K. Dobbins side because you thought, he's going to be a stud.
Yeah, and was not going to be.
And Ayuk was a serviceable wide receiver. Yeah. And you were saying that you need wide receiver help, so I give you this wide receiver, and you can have Hunt. So that was one.
I appreciate it too.
That was one of my biggest. That was one of my biggest regrets for the entire season. Let's go. Let's get back into the show.
So I'll kick it off for most underrated. Most underdrafted player. Actually, I'm not even going to piggyback. My most underdrafted player was Justin Jefferson. You're going to hear us, we don't know who each other picked for each category. So Justin Jefferson, I'm not going to really harp on what Ren said, but he was a stud, man. The reason why I picked this guy for this category is because of you, actually. Because you drafted him
You're high on
12?
him. Yeah.
13.
He was really high on him.
He was really high. So a lot of people that in keeper leagues that drafted Justin Jefferson probably drafted in double-digit rounds. So he was that guy, man. One thing to highlight, and Ren said it, he was ranked 3rd in receiving yards. So he's getting those big plays consistently. I know he has Kirk Cousins on the center, so it's kind of questionable, but this guy is going to be the guy in the NFL.
Yeah, it's going to be a stud.
He's
definitely going to be a stud in the NFL.
As long as Kirk Cousins can throw the ball to him, bro.
Yeah.
Underdrafted player, man, I got Josh Allen. Right?
Really?
Yeah, here's the reason why. Because
he was. He got drafted in the double-digit round.
He got drafted in double-digit. Listen, we talked about
everybody was featuring, as far as quarterbacks go, these are the top 4 quarterbacks that everybody was featuring. They were featuring Mahomes. They were featuring Jackson. They were featuring Murray. And they were featuring
Dak.
Wilson and Dak. All right. Yeah, Wilson and Dak. So those are the 5 quarterback that everybody was featuring in the single-digit round, and then everybody else was in the double-digit round. So I agree with that.
And even then,
man.
you're looking at you weren't even looking at
Josh Allen
to be your starter. You're
right, because you didn't know what him and Diggs is gonna be.
Yeah.
So
I think that's. We can break down his stats. It was an incredible season.
Let me ask you a question. You guys think that Allen and Diggs are gonna replicate what they did this?
Oh hell no.
Yes. Allen and Diggs is not.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, he's smoking.
He said, "Oh hell."
No. Yo,
So you saying film is on these guys now?
Bro, it's gonna be such a super regression. You guys gonna be like, oh my god,
such a super regression.
Super regression?
A super regression.
I don't think
all right, so let me explain to you why it's gonna be a super regression, right? All right. The embarrassment of New England Patriots, they're not gonna take. Belichick is not gonna just sit back and let that happen again. That's one.
You know what Belichick has to do, my dude?
What?
You know what Belichick has to do?
Yeah, he got
Belichick is literally on the side of the Jets right now, bro.
Yeah.
He has to do a lot. You got to understand, there is no free agency coming to New England Patriots, bro. There's nobody gonna be like, yo, listen, I ain't gonna pay you $10 million, I'll pay you $3 million. And they'd be like, all right, then we gonna win a championship. That's not happening, bro. Ain't nobody coming to the Patriots like that, man.
It's not even about them coming to the Patriots.
They got no quarterback.
It's not even about the quarterback. The Patriots defense is actually still still decent.
It's not about the quarterback?
No. What I'm trying to explain to you, the Patriots defense is actually still pretty good. Belichick coaching is actually still pretty good. He coached well against. Look at what Josh Allen did the first time they faced them. Whoa. Look at what the Bills did against the Patriots the first time they met. The Patriots coaching and the Patriots defense is actually pretty good against him. The Dolphins defense is improving, and they play those guys twice a year, so they're gonna be significant regression.
I think that the Dolphins is going to get better. That's the only team I think in that division
Patriots
will be better.
I'm not talking about the offense. I'm not talking about the offense. You talking about the offensive. I'm not talking about records. This is not what that's not what you asked me. You asked me about Diggs and Josh Allen. Diggs and Josh Allen going up against the Patriots defense that is still decent, going up against the Dolphins defense that is still pretty good. It's gonna be a tough slate.
Here's my thing on that. Here's my thing on that.
That 56 is not. Look at what they did the first time they met.
Here's my thing. You know what
I mean? I'm not. The Dolphins stopped playing.
It's my thing is this, man, and I'm a believer on that. I think we spoke about it before. If you don't have an offense, your defense is on the field a long time, right? And eventually, that other offense is going to break that defense down.
Yo, the New England offense suck all season.
Edelman is not going to be there, bro.
Hey, the New England offense suck all season, and they still going to suck next year. But they still did well against Buffalo.
They're going to get breakdown. They're going to break down,
bro.
They did well because they had even Cam with the little stuff that
there's a reason why PJ kept Lamar Jackson last year, right? And if you ask this dude, would he keep Lamar Jackson again this year? He would tell you, hell no. And it's the same. It's going to be the same effect. Let's be real. It's going to be the same effect against Josh Allen.
Said he does not want to keep Jackson because what? PJ assumed that Jackson was going to be in the 30s.
I don't think Josh Allen is a Lamar Jackson.
He assumed that's what he was going to get.
Allen can pass better.
And he has a receiver that could catch.
And he has a little bit of a running threat. A little bit of running threat,
and he has a good the offensive line is not bad.
Yeah, way better.
So I think that I think there's going to be a digression. But not a major digression.
Yeah, he's probably not going to drop 30 to 40 points.
Or
I think he's not dropping 40 points on y'all.
So on January 6th, I say Josh Allen is not in the top 5 as quarterback.
All right. You know we're going to be reviewing the tape anyway, so
yeah. Good. I'm putting that out there.
What is that?
Being a top 5 quarterback is hard.
Who's your most on?
He's definitely going to be a top 7.
Who's your most on?
I say top 5. Oh, mine. Let me get back to my screen here. What are we talking about? Most underdrafted player, Stefan Diggs for me, man. Stefan Diggs, you already touched on that, dude. Yeah. Stefan Diggs, I see the Josh Allen effect. Josh Allen, he wasn't that accurate down the field. He runs a lot. I thought he was going to run a lot and not pass the ball as much as he did. So I wasn't featuring Stefan Diggs. Throughout the season or throughout the preseason of last year. Shocker to me that, hey, they would have clicked like that, especially with no offseason. So, hey, kudos to Stefan Diggs proving me wrong. Great job this season. You and Josh Allen teamed up, did a great job. You shocked the world. Both of y'all shocked the world, especially Josh Allen passing the ball as much as he did this year and running at less than he did the previous year. So, hey, shout out to that. Sorry.
Locker Court Award. What you got for most undrafted?
Overdrafted?
Underdrafted, I'm sorry. Oh, you already did underdrafted, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we got most overdrafted player, bro.
You want me to go? Okay. Yeah. All right.
This is pretty simple. I mean, we already brought this guy up.
Yeah, for me too.
I got Clyde Hillier.
I got Clyde Hillier.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah.
So it's up to you because Clyde got it for me.
Clyde got it for me too. That category fits Clyde perfectly.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he's a bust.
It's either that
I think he's a bust based on where he was drafted. Most overdrafted player to me, and granted, we're considering the body of work, of work and everything that happened to this player throughout the season. And honestly, man, I put Barkley on it.
Saquon?
Yeah, Saquon is one of the most overdrafted player this season. But funny enough, now that I thought about it,
you would add C-Mac and all of them on there.
No, because C-Mac produced actually gave you some fantasy points. But no, I actually take it back though. I that's who I had as my number one. And you know who I switched it to?
Who?
Zeke. Zeke sucked this season.
He really did.
Like, he sucked this season. Like, if you had Zeke on your squad, you were forced to start him because you don't want to lose those points when he does start. Right, when he does blow up, right? Because you have that expectation that, like, this dude is going to blow up, and yet he never did.
And you're only asking. I was only asking for like 14 points.
What do you guys think is going to happen to Zeke next year?
I think he's going to get traded.
I think he's still going to be there. I think he's still going to be there.
But from a fantasy standpoint,
he's going to be Zeke is going to be Zeke. Zeke is going to be top 10 running back next season. But yeah, Zeke is my most overdrafted player. Reason being, he was healthy for most of the season, and if you have him on your squad, this is what was aggravating to me. You have him on your squad.
Can't bench him.
You can't bench him, dude. You can't bench him because you feel like he's gonna blow up that season. And if you bench him and he blows up, you can't live with yourself.
How you only get 30 points on me when I'm on your bench?
Because it's Zeke.
It's Zeke. So yeah, Zeke was the most overdrafted player for me. He was trash
I respect
for the majority of the season.
My keeper. It was bad.
Are you keeping him next year?
Nah.
No, hell no.
Justin is my guy. I'll come back around the corner and pick
I
up
don't blame you to put Justin's the guy.
Justin's my guy.
Dobbins is my guy.
Me and you both had Clyde Hillier Edwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we talked. Ren talked about that. The guy,
the guy just being garbage.
And listen, man. If you listen to the show, it's nothing personal. It's really not. It's just what people.
We knew it, though.
What people expectations of you were. That's the problem.
Well, not us three.
Can I give Clyde some props?
We knew.
Can I give Clyde some props?
He actually
produced.
He produced. He produced.
Not what a first rounder
should be.
And what everybody assumed that it was.
I would draft Clyde, like I said, in a round.
I'm going to give Clyde some props right now. I'm going to give Clyde some props right now.
All right. It's going to be interesting.
Based on the last two seasons with Kansas City, Clyde is probably going to be the number one running back in the playoff right now.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Because just knowing what Kansas... Yeah, this is where...
Williams smashed and all these players.
All these players smashed. Like, it was like, oh...
Well, the question is it Clyde? Or will it be...
Bell? Yeah, that's the question.
The thing about it is that this is just based on Beat Report. This is just based on Beat Report. A lot of the offensive linemen, they were like... They don't know how to block for Bell because Bell is a delay running back. He's a delay running back. So they are blocking and they're expecting him to go,
but
he's there just like counting and checking,
trying to find that hole.
So it's gonna be tough. Compared to Clyde, that will just hit that hole where which
is interesting because it should be great for an offensive lineman, right? Let me set my blocks up. And then you can go. So that's what Bell does. He waits until you actually set your blocks up, give me that C, and then I'm going to go.
But you have to practice with the dude to understand that, to understand the delay. So that's the disadvantage that the linemen are working with. So don't be shocked if CEH, hey, I'm giving you some props. I don't hate you, dude. I don't hate you. I'm just talking about the people that drafted you in the first round. I just didn't think you were a first rounder.
What do we got for our rookie
I think he could be the first.
Rookie of the year. So this one was tough, man. I went back and forth. But I really want to give this guy an award. He really produced when I looked at it, and that's Mr. Jonathan Taylor. Taylor was a beast. Taylor was 8th in carries, 3rd in rushing yards, 1,169, and he averaged 5 yards a carry. That's a lot to do with running behind what we already knew was one of the best offensive lines in football. But he averaged also 20.7 fantasy points per game in our PPR format. So Jonathan Taylor definitely to me is a guy that I'm looking at next year. It's going to be his sophomore year. I think he's going to progress onto that if the line stays the same. So he was very consistent. There's a lot of guys that I know you guys are probably going to mention them that could have gotten this award, but I wanted to give Jonathan Taylor something because we all knew he was going to be a stud, and I think he lived up to that.
Yeah, definitely.
So wait, so with the Jonathan Taylor pick, where do you project Jonathan Taylor going next year in the fantasy football drafts?
Definitely round 2.
2 or 3.
Not even. I don't think he's going to get to 3.
I think he'll slide to 3.
I think he's 1.
Yeah, because remember, guys like
I think he's
Hillier
1. Clyde Hillier is no longer in the 1.
James Conner is out. Mixon is out.
Mixon is out of the 1.
He's better than Chubbs at this point.
Yeah,
he's arguably better than Aaron Jones.
Right, like. Why wouldn't he be in the first round?
Yeah. Better than Aaron Jones?
Arguably.
Okay.
Because Aaron Jones is going to be a free agent, and we don't know where he's going to go.
Where he's going to go, yeah.
Yeah, but if he stays with... Well, I know he's not staying with Green Bay, but
he's not
staying with Green Bay, it's a good...
You have... All right, when I look at running backs...
A.J. Dillon's there.
When I look at running
there's
backs...
a reason why they drafted A.J. Dillon last year. A.J. Dillon is a beast. I've seen the dude play. Yeah. The dude is a Derrick Henry-esque.
Yeah.
When I look at running backs, there's 3 studs. There's Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, and Alvin Kamara.
Yep.
Am I missing anyone?
Nope.
That's stud running backs.
I mean, you got to throw Barkley and C-Mac in there.
Oh, I forgot. C-Mac definitely and Barkley.
Those are the 5.
Injuries with Barkley is what questionable.
Nah, trust me. Like
I think he'll be good, bro. He's one of those running backs who get injuries, but he'll
this
be back.
year, I promise you, Barkley is gonna be healthy all year, and top 5 running back.
All right, so those 5.
Because you saw what Gallman did, right? With that offensive line now, right? They actually got the offensive line right.
Right, yeah.
So Barkley running behind that line and with the offseason and with him being healthy, it's going to be an epic giant. I think the Giants winning that division. I'm telling you right now.
After those 5 that we mentioned, there is really James Robinson, Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, and Jonathan Taylor. And arguably Jonathan Taylor is
that's why I say
good
first
or
round.
better than any of those
That's
guys.
why I say first
so
round.
He may be number 6.
That's why I say first round. That's why I say first round. I think Jonathan Taylor will be in the first round. For me, rookie of the year, this is the only repeat, and he's the only repeat that I have on my list. The rookie of the year is Justin Jefferson again. I'm not going to even go into his stats or anything like that, but Justin Jefferson was a beast as a rookie with no offseason, replaced Diggs, outperformed Diggs last year. The dude is just a monster.
Ranked number 8 receiver, 247.9.
Kirk Cousins loved him. Kirk Cousins loved this dude. And granted, Minnesota didn't make the playoff this year, but they're going to correct their mistakes. The defense was kind of soft. Their offensive line was kind of soft. They need to pass the ball a little bit more, and I think by Kirk Cousins passing the ball a little bit more, getting more familiar with Justin Jefferson, dude, Justin Jefferson, don't be shocked if Justin Jefferson finished in the top 10.
Who do you have?
No, I went with Jonathan Taylor.
Okay, that's right. You're going to Taylor. I got Jefferson on that. Actually, my second guy would have been, I would have went with Justin Herbert, to be honest with you. I like what Justin did.
He did.
Well,
he was shocking. And
you called that
fluke
over,
opportunity. Fluke opportunity, right? Fluke opportunity. Because without dude getting a punctured lung, the dude probably wouldn't have started the season. But a fluke opportunity presented itself, and then we saw what the dude can do. And it was shocking to me. I wasn't that big on you. My apologies.
No, that's incorrect, bro. You were big on him on that, especially when it was HBO. It was you that wasn't big on him.
No, it's me that was big on him.
No, it's it was. My bad. I mean, I watch it. I watched Hard Knocks, and I was like, yo, this dude got an arm, and that's when I getting sold.
He's mobile,
right? I got sold on Hard Knocks. Don't get me wrong, but I was always, even though I got sold, there was some bias. There were some biases of Tua being over him, and the dude came out on ball. My apologies, the dude was rocking, and he deserved. What do
you rank the 3 quarterbacks, man? Real quick before we get to comeback player of the year. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Tua.
How do I rank them?
Yeah.
I got Tua last.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow had a good year though before his injury.
Yeah, but I still rank him too. Justin Herbert was way better than Joe Burrow.
Man, he wasn't way better. He was.
Compare the games.
But see,
compare the games, bro. Compare the games.
Because Herbert cooled down.
No,
man.
Yes, he did. He did.
Herbert
like you're talking about the last 2 or 3 games.
Joe Burrow looked good before his injury. He looked good before his injury. And remember, he doesn't. AJ Green is a thing of the past. Tyler Boyd is not.
He didn't have the right.
He doesn't have the pieces. And Mixon was, like I said, our biggest bust.
Justin looked good, bro. Justin looked good throwing that ball, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He did. Justin.
He was on point.
I wouldn't argue if someone pick Herbert 1, but I think Burrow is close.
Wide receivers was loving that boy, yo.
Burrow was close. I just think that Justin Herbert was
just looked
a lot better. Like the dude just had it, man.
Herbert has a better receiver in Keenan Allen and
Mike Williams.
And he has Eckler. So he has a better offensive core out of all 3 of those guys.
Yeah. T. Higgins looked good over there.
T. Higgins looked good over there too.
you can switch it and say Joe Burrow has a better running game with Mixon, right?
No, he does not. That wasn't there.
The
better running game was.
It looked good on paper, but he wasn't there.
Who came on when? Was it the dude that was bouncing around? Balaj. Balaj came on and was looking good for 3-4 games.
But Mixon
sucked.
So who do you guys?
Yo, we all know who drafted Mixon, and he ain't drafting Mixon again next year.
His whole squad was horrible.
Yeah.
Yo, who?
I ain't say it, bro. I ain't say it. If you listen to the show, I ain't say that.
Who was your comeback player of the year, bro?
Comeback player of the year for me, I wanted to give this dude an award because I think that the injury to, you guys gonna know who I'm talking about, to Dak Prescott really didn't do this guy justice in that CeeDee Lamb. The first 6 games of the 6 consecutive games he had, the first 6 consecutive games of the season, he had double-digit fantasy points. He was actually looking like the best rookie wide receiver at one point. He's going to be the guy in Dallas.
He is
next year if Dak is still there.
I don't think Cooper's going to be there.
Yeah, he's the best receiver they have. Yeah. He fell off and he had some really inconsistent games. Obviously, the whole Dallas situation, they was going through a lot. But he ended the last 2 games of the season with over 20 fantasy points. So he's my comeback player of the year. The guy is talented, man. You put him with a good quarterback. If Dak comes back and Dak is playing on that team, hey, I'm looking to draft CeeDee Lamb blindly.
Yeah, I like that. Who do you have, bro?
All right, for me, man, it's a player that you mentioned before is Jonathan Taylor. For me, Jonathan Taylor started off the season decent, giving you a double-digit point, the 16s, in the teens. He's just giving you teens numbers, and then he just died down in the middle of the season. Like after November, he just like 7 points, 10 points, 0 points. Like so, there was a moment where everybody was like, "Yo, is this dude really real or is he a bust?" And man, it comes December, woo, that boy was on fire.
He ain't playing no more.
Yo, Las Vegas killed him. Houston killed him. Pittsburgh, bro. Pittsburgh, over 20 points. Jacksonville killed him. Yeah. Oh, my God, bro. Fire, yeah, so Jonathan Taylor for me is, definitely a comeback player. Definitely a first-round pick next year. I will be looking at you, but I won't have a first-round pick, maybe. So,
I thought you said you weren't picking a first
round.
I say
maybe.
Because of no first round made the playoffs.
No first round made the playoffs. Yeah, you know how that boy is. He flip-flop on that, man.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. I can tell you. JK, I can tell you right now I'm featuring JK.
All right.
JK Dobbins?
Yep.
I ain't featuring nobody that got with a quarterback that got legs.
Hey,
you can have J.K. Dobbins over there, bro. The running back on that team is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I think he'll still be available at that time.
I'll J.K. Dobbins it. Don't worry. He's not gonna be available in the freaking 7th round. So you can take that to the bank.
Yo, so
I'll take a first round and I can probably still get my Derrick Henry or my Jonathan Taylor. I can't get J.K. Dobbins in 7th for nothing.
He wouldn't be your first round pick though.
Who?
You're not losing him in first round. You're gonna have
I'm gonna lose. No, J.K. Dobbins would be my 7th round pick.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna have availability to get somebody.
Right. So in the first round, Derrick Henry will be my first if I keep Derrick Henry. So I'm not chancing keeping Derrick Henry. There's too many weapons in the first round that I feel like could get that.
Who's that's going to produce more than Derrick Henry?
Not produce more than Derrick Henry, but
give him something
viable. It's kind of like, look at it this way. Yeah, Derrick Henry is going to give me 20 points every game, right? Versus J.K. Dobbins that can give me in the 7th round that can give me roughly the same or close to it, and I can still get somebody that can give me 20 points in the first round.
Well, I got my comeback player of the year, man. I gave it to Brandon Cooks.
That's a good one.
Yeah, once Bill O'Brien was out, man, when he was right in week 4, he became a wide receiver threat over there. Obviously, he had some injuries in and out.
That dude is a beast.
Yeah, man.
I played that dude in DFS so many times. I won so much money off this dude. It's not even a joke.
Crazy. So the first 4 games, he was at 4 points, 14 points,
5 for 30. Who won it?
We ain't gonna talk about that anymore.
And why?
Brandon Cooks.
All right, go ahead. I just want to point that out.
What do you have?
42 fantasy points.
42. Yeah. So, but he was ranked within the last 14 games, last couple of games, he was ranked wide receiver 27. But if you basically take out the whole Bill O'Brien weeks that he was out, he was ranked 15. If you take out the game that he missed because of I think he had a concussion that game or some type of injury, he was ranked wide receiver number 9. Dude, all around, who was a great comeback player, bro.
I agree with you, 100%.
I agree with that.
Next one is definition of consistency.
Ooh, I like this one.
I like this one too.
Mine is straightforward.
I like this one.
Mine is straightforward.
You want to go?
You want me? I go first.
Yeah.
My definition of consistency is one of PJ's boy. We have arguments over this dude multiple times.
We both picked the same people.
Multiple times. So Travis Kelce is the most consistent player. I would say at a position.
I know. I had him in a different day.
At a position that is so inconsistent. Travis Kelce, kudos to you, my dude. You were phenomenal with how consistent you were at the tight end position. You are probably the only tight end that deserved to be drafted in the top 2 to 3 rounds.
Maybe even 1, bro.
No.
I know you're not gonna do it, but
I know you're not gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
If I got the 11th to 12th round pick, Kelce gone
back to back.
So kudos to Kelce, man. Kelce was consistent. I don't need to go through the stats. Everybody saw his stats. The dude is just like a beast.
Yeah. He was my pick too, so I'm gonna go a little in depth with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
He averaged 21.1 fantasy points overall this season. He was actually not. He had the most fantasy touchdowns amongst tight end and most receiving yards, but he was edged out by, if you play fantasy and you should know who that fantasy guy was that blew up. I'm not going to mention it because I'm not sure if anyone has him. But he was second in receptions and second in targets to that other fantasy guy, that other tight end. One thing I want to say about Kelce, though, is not just this year, but the last 4 years. He's done this. He's been the number 1, number 2 guy when it comes to tight end. He's produced these over 1,000 receiving yards, I think 4 years in a row. Yeah. This guy is a Hall of Famer. He is arguably I know Pat Mahomes is, on track to top Brady to being the GOAT the way it looks right now. But Travis Kelce is a big reason, because a big part of that. Yeah. The guy's a beast, man. He's always available. He plays every single game. I don't know when this guy ever gets hurt. Knock on wood. I don't,
Ren
I hope it never.
Next year.
Ren said next year, so this dude called C-Mac, so I may have to stay away from
He did do that. Yeah. He did do that.
Yeah, don't play with me with injuries, man. I know who's gonna get injured.
So I got, I'm right around that corner, bro. I actually put Patrick Mahomes, right? And Josh Allen. The reason I like Josh Allen, man, because he just, I know he had another award that we gave him out there, but it was just like, he was on point every week. It's just the same thing with Patrick Mahomes, being on point every week with no issues at all, no questions. It was like Patrick became Patrick whenever you needed him down that field. Was going to Kelce, was going to what's the receiver, Hill out there. Everybody was getting that ball, and he was consistent. There was 2 or 3 comeback games that Patrick had. It looked good, even when he threw 3 interceptions against the Dolphins. He still came out and looked good.
He still looked good, right?
He's good. Well, he still had 28 fantasy points. Like, come on, bro.
Kirk Cousins threw 3 interceptions in the first half. I wanted to do something I can't say that on
So wait, let's have some fun with this. I'm not saying I disagree with your pick, consistent, because the dude was consistent as a quarterback for sure. The other quarterback that I thought was going to be consistent, that's a key word, was going to be Dak Prescott. The dude was
he was on fire. He was on fire. He got hurt.
Yeah, he was on fire. Yeah.
But with that said, Patrick Mahomes, what round would you guys draft?
Still Patrick second. I mean, you know what's funny? Because I even talk about he's so consistent. Like, I wouldn't mind saying I'll take him in the first.
No, I would never take him first.
I would never want to take him, but fantasy points wise,
I'm curious.
If I keep who I think I'm gonna keep, which is a first rounder guy, little hints right now, and I get a late pick, I would take Pat Mahomes in the second.
You take Pat Mahomes in the
second pick.
And you would take Pat Mahomes in second.
First and second.
I won't.
I know you.
I know you won't.
Yeah, because
you like that 13th quarterback guy.
This is a thing. All right, say what you're gonna say, and I got something to say.
All right, so look at rankings, right? The two players that's ranked higher than him, right? He finished as a 3rd quarterback for the season. Yeah. Right, and these 2 players got ranked in double-digit round. Both of these quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
They both got drafted double-digit rounds, and they were massive.
Yes, but hold on. The problem, I knew he was going to say that. The problem is, though, is that the likelihood of those guys repeating is not as high as Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. I agree with that.
And repeating in that round.
But I agree with that. When was the last time Patrick Mahomes finished as the top quarterback in the league?
It doesn't matter. He will always give me top 3 though. That's the thing. He's always going to give me top 3.
I would gamble.
I know you will. You'll gamble anything.
I'll gamble. I was high on Josh Allen, and yet he was over him.
But you just said that Josh Allen is not going to have.
No. I'm saying last year. No, this previous season, Josh Allen. I would have gambled on Josh Allen. No, he's not going to do the same thing. He's not going to finish top 5 for sure.
Because you said, but Pat Mahomes, you think will?
No, Pat Mahomes will definitely finish top 5 if he stayed healthy.
Who's their definition of inconsistency?
Definition of inconsistency. I had 2 guys for this one, and they're both receivers. One of them is your boy.
Who?
Tyler Lockett. Lockett.
Yeah.
Yes, he was inconsistent.
Oh, that dude is inconsistent. There's no tomorrow, dude.
And let me just, before I mention the second guy, let me mention something about Tyler Lockett. 6 games with single-digit fantasy points. 2 of those, so it could have been 8 because 2 additional games, he only had 10 and 11. And this is in PPR. And then what put him over the top and made him really fantasy relevant, he had that massive 72-point game, which obviously it's against me. He has 72 fantasy points, went nuts that game in overtime, and then he had a 44-point game.
Yep.
But the guy there is really DK Metcalf.
DK.
Yeah. So he was pretty inconsistent. The second guy who was really inconsistent, and every receiver on this team was inconsistent as well, and that was DJ Moore. DJ Moore had 7 games with single-digit fantasy points. Yeah. Sorry. And, yeah, he was very inconsistent. A lot of those games, a lot of miscue with him and Teddy Bridgewater, a lot of drop passes. So he had some 20-point games, quite a few in there, but very inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'm listen, I had a couple. But realistically, for me, it was quarterbacks, man. Obviously, Goff is one. Well, Matt Ryan, bro.
Yeah, I can see that. I definitely see that.
You had so much hope for Matt Ryan in that offense, and you look at it, it's like 1 week he's
What
good.
is wrong with them?
1 week they're bad.
I've never seen a team lose a game in the fourth quarter like the Atlanta Falcons, man. When I say the dude, they will put up monster points.
They were purposely trying
monster points, and then they come to the fourth quarter and they just gave it away. It's just I'm like, yo, what's going on with y'all? The defense, take some pride, bro. The entire defense need to take some pride.
They don't got 4 quarters.
Y'all were ridiculous this season. Yeah, if I was an Atlanta fan, if I live in Atlanta, I'd be mad at the defense. The offense did what they needed to do. To be honest with you, yeah, there was some weeks that Matt Ryan didn't produce, but there was 4 or 5 games. Yo, they were putting up 30 points consistently, bro. And they couldn't stop anybody.
You know what stood out vividly to me was Todd Gurley fainting at the.
Oh, it's trash.
Yeah, dude.
He fainted at the goal line.
Yo, Todd Gurley's trash, dude.
Yeah, that was tough to swallow, bro.
Yeah. What category?
I know that in the huddle.
Inconsistency.
Matt Ryan said not to score a touchdown.
Yeah, in the huddle, he said that.
He said that.
Don't score.
He said that, and then Gurley said when he got there, he remembered when Matt Ryan said don't score. And he just
laid down,
fell,
dropped down on that pillow.
Oh my God, that was so trash.
Who you had your inconsistency?
Oh, my inconsistent player is Adam Thielen, man. Adam Thielen. Yo, the dude had some monster games. Touchdown dependent, though. Because for the yardage, Kirk Cousins wasn't passing the ball that much. And for the yardage, Justin Jefferson was getting all the balls. I don't know why all my crap is around Minnesota. It's not like I like that team.
I see that.
But I'm seeing that theme right now. But Adam Thielen, man, what, 6 or 7 single digit game?
Yeah.
And we all together thought he was going to be a smash.
He did. We thought that the offense was going to be good. I think he did.
I thought the offense was going to be good.
And the offense should be good when you got Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen, right? It should be.
It should be good.
There's a problem in the middle.
The problem is the offensive coordinator.
And then Green Bay offense is not that great. It's soft. Chicago, Chicago defense is, you know what I mean?
really underperform for the guys
that they have, and I think they need to beef up the defense a little bit more.
I think the offensive coordinator is unable to decide on
if he wants to be a runner or he wants to pass the ball.
He doesn't know. It's like, yo, put it 50-50. Nah, I'm going to be a runner right now, or I'm going to run the ball.
I agree with that.
Who's your most impactful waiver wire pickup?
My most impactful, let me go first if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. My most impactful waiver wire pickup is Mike Davis. CEH being out, Mike Davis did his thing. He kind of like, slowed down at a certain point of the season, but he did produce, and it did produce a lot. McCaffrey came back, put up some points, and Mike Davis did his thing. It was not like a cliff fall off if you had Mike Davis and C-Mac. If you had C-Mac's been out, and Mike Davis was serviceable. And I just thought, he wasn't the one he didn't win you fantasy, but he didn't lose you either.
Yeah, he got you right in the middle.
He got you enough points for you to be serviceable. 2 games
it was kind of tough, though.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 games that it was really, really tough, like that he didn't perform. But at the same time, he put some points up, and it was serviceable.
What do you got?
Most impactful waiver wire pickup for me was the guy who I picked up was James Robinson.
Yeah.
It still hurts me to this day because I could have picked him up in NFF. Right when I picked him up in Dynasty, he was available in NFF, and I looked at it, and there was some guys that I just didn't have anybody on my team I wanted to draft, and Vijay ended up picking him up. If I had picked him up, I would have been in the playoffs, and we don't know what would have happened. So I regret it. James Robinson, rookie year, finished 5th in rushing yards. The guy was a beast, man. He was the highlight of a really trash team in Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
He's now the focal point of that team and something that they could build around. So
same thing with me, man. I'll piggyback on that one. It's Robinson, bro.
Injuries about to rack up, though. But come next season, new coach, new quarterback, new coaching staff. But with the offseason, where do you project James Robinson getting drafted?
He's going to be a keeper in our league.
Yeah. Must be.
But he will.
How can he?
He can't. He won't be a keeper.
Why?
Because whatchamacallit has C-Mac.
Why wouldn't he keep? He could keep James Robinson and still get C-Mac.
No, but if he pick him up off waivers, he's not.
Oh, he can't pick him off. Yeah, he's not a keeper.
No, he can't keep. You can't keep.
He's not a keeper off waivers. That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, thank God.
that boy said thank God.
I pray to God he gets to the second round. I'll tell you that much. I pray to God he gets. That just made my night. That made my night. Because Diggs is gone, Waller, all these guys are gone.
They're gone. Yeah.
And hey,
James Robinson will be available to you because no waiver player can be keepers.
Yep.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Who's your most impactful fantasy player, man?
My most impactful fantasy player, I'm going to say the name and then I'm going to put my headphones down because I didn't need to say another word after I say it. Devontae Adams. Done.
All day long. Yep.
It's a consensus. Most impactful fantasy player for me is Devontae Adams as well.
I'm with Adams and Kelsey.
Adams and Kelsey.
Damn. That's the first one we agree on. Like, that boy was...
Yeah, he was.
Do you think he's... I don't think he's going to be a keeper either.
I'd be surprised if he's not.
I would keep
him, have him?
Yeah.
The commish has...
Yeah. One thing I want to say about Devontae, just to read y'all some numbers, he was 4th in targets, 146. He was 2nd in receptions, 115. 4th in receiving yards, over 1,300. And number 1 in receiving touchdowns with 18 as a for wide receivers. I think he was also number 1 before in touchdowns, 2 years ago when you had him.
Yeah, when I had him.
When I
had him, for sure.
So this guy, man.
When I won the championship,
when you won the championship, and obviously she just won the championship with him.
Yep.
So that's why he's the most impactful. There was something else I had on Adams here that I wanted to mention as well. Adams had only 1 single-digit fantasy game. Only
he
one
got injured
people.
that game. He got it.
I know he was injured that game.
He had 2 games over 50. I shouldn't even be
Man,
dropping
I don't
these
even
gems.
know.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be dropping these gems because this make people want to keep them.
They won't remember by the draft season. Don't worry.
So 250 fantasy point games, 3 30-point or more fantasy games, and 240 plus games. This guy's a beast, man.
Yeah, he's a beast.
When you look at a guy that, let's say I'm down 25 points and he's about to play, I don't give a damn what defense he's playing against. If you ever watch them play, especially when they play at Lambeau, every ball goes to this guy, bro. This guy would easily get you 16 targets.
No issues.
No issues. Third down,
He's literally
you know who it's. The defense knows who it's going to. Both coaches know who it's going to, and he still gets it. Aaron Rodgers gets it to him.
Yeah, I don't think she. But we got the commission on. We'll get the commission on the show to clarify. I don't think she's gonna keep.
Because she got a lot of squads.
Because Adams will be a first rounder, right? There too. But Josh Allen in the 13th.
You can't beat that.
Hey, Kay, go ahead and keep
Josh Allen in the 13th.
Keep Adams. I'll deal with Josh Allen for you. Go ahead and keep Adams in the.
Josh Allen in the 13th. I mean, that's hard to give up. That's significant value right there.
So we got.
So I think Josh Allen will be available. So you see why I don't want to keep anybody in the first round, right?
Let me ask you a question, just to have some fun here with both of you guys. C-Mac or Davante Adams?
Davante Adams for me. Davante Adams for me.
Yeah, Davante Adams. Sir.
Seriously?
Yeah. Davante Adams
for me. One more.
Unless they go get another top receiver.
One more.
Davante
I'm not going to put him against.
It all depends on it all depends on the offseason. But right now with no wide receiver on that squad, Davante Adams.
Davante Adams is a big one.
Or Hopkins.
No, definitely it's easy. That's easy, Davante. Davante, no disrespect to Hopkins. Davante Adams or Saquon Barkley.
Davante Adams. If I wouldn't take C-Mac, I'm not gonna.
So you're taking
I would take
Davante
C-Mac over Saquon,
over Derrick Henry, Cook, all these guys.
Yes. Yes. I listen. A lot of people.
That boy has consistency.
All right. So this is it. There's a lot of variables to that. It all depends on what Green Bay does in the offseason. If Green Bay does not,
Juju.
I still.
C-Mac.
All right.
C-Mac.
I have to think about that.
C-Mac.
I don't think Juju is any good.
No, he's not a Batman, but he's a Robin.
He's going to do well in
he's gonna
Green
do well.
Bay.
He's a Robin.
What's the name? We'll get him the ball. He'll catch it. He's going to replicate what he did when he had Antonio Brown.
Because everybody's going to be on.
I will draft Juju if he goes to.
So that's the thing about. All right. So here's the thing that you guys don't notice, or you may not notice about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers deal with trust, and Juju drop a lot of balls, bro. And if you start dropping balls, Aaron Rodgers is not looking your direction.
But I don't know that.
Yes,
I don't know that until
I don't know that. I don't know that.
When he's not the main guy and no one is looking at him, then you notice that breakout speed and Juju is this and Juju is that.
No, I'm not saying Juju can't be that. Like I don't know, man. Adams was still good when Jordy Nelson was there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Adams was still in the top 10 when Jordan Nelson was there, and Jordan Nelson was a beast. Jordan Nelson was the Batman, not even the
he was a Batman.
You feel me? Like Jordan Nelson was the Batman. It's not even.
I think he's still.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I that one I have to.
You got to think about.
I got to think about.
So let me ask you a question. Just to throw a wrench in there. What if Allen Robinson goes there?
He won't.
We're not gonna talk about
we
that.
Drafted Aaron.
We drafted that's different.
Rodgers.
That is different.
We drafted Rodgers second round.
Rodgers second round. It ain't even about Robinson.
Rodgers is a second round pick for me. That's the only time I'll pick a quarterback in the second. If Allen Robinson should go to Green Bay, I don't know, late first, second round, I would definitely pick.
All right, so we got most valuable fantasy player of the year, man. This is our last one. Before we end the show.
Yeah.
Man, mine is easy, man. It's either Davante Adams or Kelsey.
Okay.
Like, that's me.
I'm gonna give it to.
And we've been talking about Davante
Didn't we
Adams
just?
and Kelsey.
No, that's what we just said. Like I said,
that was impactful.
Most
fantasy
impactful fantasy player.
We're talking about most valuable fantasy player of
MVP.
the year.
MVP.
I actually
We're talking about MVP.
My MVP is a guy who won me my league. Shout out to Kay. He won hers too, and that's or he partially won hers because she had Devontae.
Josh Allen.
She had everybody.
Yeah.
But it was Josh Allen. Josh Allen finished as the number one fantasy quarterback this year. Averaged 33, just over 33 fantasy points. The guy was on fire. Obviously, that goes in tandem with him making Diggs, the number one wide receiver as well. I think they're going to make some noise in the playoffs. But the dude's a beast, man. Very reliable, very consistent. Played in every single game. Mocked the Dolphins over here. Put up 56.
Oh, yeah, we ain't talking about that though. We ain't talking about that. Yo,
I know why this dude keep bringing up the Dolphins, bro.
What you do, man?
For me, it's a quarterback for sure. It's my boy Aaron Rodgers, man. I knew this dude was gonna do what he did.
And a lot of people downplayed him.
Yeah, I knew. Remember, I don't know if you remember.
Well, we did. We said,
this dude feels jaded, and the fact that he feels jaded, he's gonna come out slinging, and he's gonna prove to these fools like, I still got it. You drafted Love. I'm gonna show you why you made a mistake. You should have gave me a wide receiver. You should have gave me a Justin Jefferson, man. You should have gave me a Justin Jefferson. So I'm gonna show you why you messed up. And that's what he did. The boy came out as the number one quarterback, about to be the MVP of the league. Won the same amount of games he won last year, and about to smash in the playoff. I feel like, don't be surprised if Green Bay is in the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I want to be. Y'all have A-Rod top 5 all time
As quarterback?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, cool.
Yo, so that's it for the awards.
One more thing.
We got one more?
I do want to. I thought someone was going to mention his name, and I think he deserves
honorable.
Honorable.
Waller.
Waller. He could go for a biggest steal. Underdrafted. A lot of things. Most impactful because guy was consistent. He edged out Travis Kelce in receptions. He had a monster year. The person who made it to the finals in NFF. This was the guy that practically got him there.
Yep.
Darren Waller. He's probably going to keep him, but where do you guys see Darren Waller going?
Darren Waller will be in like the fourth or fifth round. Yeah, fourth and fifth round for me.
Yeah.
Fourth
round.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like
he's a third round pick for me, guys. I don't know what y'all talking about fourth.
Nah, so why I say is fourth and fifth round is because
the way that team is currently built.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fourth and fifth round, like they're going out.
He's going to digress.
No. Remember,
I don't think he's going to digress.
I got to the. He was the. To put it in perspective.
He outproduced a lot of receivers. Guys.
Yo, let's put it in perspective. 2 years in a row, he brought people to the NFF finals. Because he brought me to the NFF finals. That's who my tight end was when I went to the NFF finals. Yes, I lost. You know what I mean? But yeah, I listen. I'm not gonna argue with you if he's going in the third, but I think he's really a fourth round pick to me.
All right.
Because I think Kelsey's gonna come back, and people are gonna be high on Kelsey.
Yeah.
That's
So that's me.
Yo, that's going to be it for us, man. Thank you for listening to Locker Code with C, Ren, and PJ. Be sure to check us out on lockercode.com for all your fantasy needs, sit and starts, waiver wire pickup, matchups, news, and more. Yo, shout-outs, man.
Yo.
No 5 for 30 this week, guys.
Yeah,
no 5 for 30, but listen, fans, we did not leave you guys out. Yo,
that's right.
We have a playoff league going on draft. I'm sorry, not DraftKings.
DraftKings.
Oh, DraftKings. Yeah, it is DraftKings. I'm thinking $5.
Where is it at, bro?
Yeah, it is on DraftKings. My apologies. It's on DraftKings. We will post it in all our bios. We'll post it on Instagram. We'll post it on Twitter and all that stuff. We'll post it on the website. Listen, space is limited. We only have 15 spaces. Get in. $10 to participate. First and second, take the money. So it's going to be good, man. It's all the games, all 6 games this weekend. So no 5 for 30 this week. I'm telling you, we did it last week. Granted, we didn't open it up to the fans.
PJ won.
Yeah, we didn't open up to the fans. We did it last week. We didn't open up to the fans. PJ won. I came second. So listen, it's DFS. All players are available to you. Do your thing. Do your research. Hit up Damn, the lockerco.com website. I'm telling you, we have a lot of DFS nuggets on there. I'm telling you, check us out. Yeah. We got it.
All right, y'all boys, man. Shout outs to everybody. Shout out to the fans, man. Family, y'all boys. Yeah.
March 20th. Save the date. Yes, I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. It's going to be great, man. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. Yo, that March 20th is going to be crazy, yo.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that bad boy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to that bad boy.
Yo, I felt like you just kind of took my mic like you were Yeezy, yo. Yo, before we end, let's go and give out Waller, yo.
No, I had to mention the dude, man. I think that he deserved. I was hoping that one of y'all would have, put him in
I
there.
have him on my squad, but he's a good play, man. Yeah. He's a really good play.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss like this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just fucking hold that shit for the longest, bro.
Motherfucker, you don't.
Nah, I fucking drank a lot, bro. I fucking filled my cup.
I did 2 cups.
Yeah, but you're used to that shit.
Yo, that shit was. Oh. Yeah,